Hi everyone, it's Miss Mitchell here today on this beautiful Thursday. I hope that you're ready for another interesting case. We are back here with Encyclopedia Brown, the world's most favorite boy detective. Thanks. And today we have our case of the missing roller skates. Ooh, I wonder how they went missing. I wonder who took them. We're here to figure it out together. So turn on your thinking brains. Let's think like a detective today, an inspector, analyze all of our clues and our hints so that way we can figure it out just like Encyclopedia Brown does. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Between 9 and 9:30 on Tuesday morning, Sally Kimball's roller skates disappeared from the waiting room in Dr. Vivian Wilson's office. And where was Encyclopedia Brown, boy detective? He was not 10 feet away from the scene of the crime. He was sitting in a chair with his eyes shut and his mouth wide open. In a way, he had an excuse. Dr. Wilson was pulling one of Encyclopedia's teeth. Ooh, have you guys ever had a tooth pulled? Ouch. There, said Dr. Wilson. He said it cheerfully as if he were handing Encyclopedia an ice cream cone instead of a tooth. Ugh, said Encyclopedia. Dr. Wilson said, "All right, hop down from the chair." Encyclopedia hopped down and put the tooth in his pocket. He was going to give it to Charlie Stewart, who collected teeth and kept them in a floured cookie jar. That's odd. Encyclopedia went into the waiting room. The chair on which he had left Sally's roller skates was empty. He looked behind the chair, he dropped to his knees and looked under the chair. "The skates, they're gone," he exclaimed. "Are you sure you brought them with you?" asked Dr. Wilson. "I'm sure," answered Encyclopedia. "They were broken. I fixed them last night for my partner, Sally Kimball. I was going to take them over to her house on my way home from your office." Dr. Wilson shook his head sadly. "I'm afraid you will never get them back." But Dr. Wilson knew nothing about detective work. Encyclopedia liked the dentist, though he felt that that Vivian was a better first name for a woman than a man. So there's Encyclopedia Brown looking for his roller skates, and this is Dr. Vivian Wilson. Ooh. So he's a man, and Encyclopedia is saying, "The skates, they're gone." "I'll find the skates," said the boy detective. He spoke with certainty. But he felt no such thing. What he felt was the blow to his pride. It hurt worse than his jaw. Imagine a detective being robbed. In the corridor outside Dr. Wilson's office, Encyclopedia leaned against the wall. He closed his eyes and did some deep thinking, just like you should be right now. Deep thinking. Dr. Wilson's office was on the ground floor of the new medical building. The building had 3 floors and 15 offices. All the offices were used by doctors or dentists. What if the thief had followed him into the building in order to steal the skates? Then the case was closed. I could spend the rest of my life looking through closets, school lockers, and garages all over Idaville, Encyclopedia thought. But suppose the thief had simply come into the building to see a doctor. Suppose on his way in he had noticed a boy carrying a pair of roller skates. Well, that was something else. Encyclopedia reasoned further. The thief could be a grown-up, a boy, or a girl. He ruled out a grown-up. First, because it was unlikely that a grown-up would steal an old pair of small skates. Second, because a grown-up would be too hard to catch. Too many men and women went in and out of the medical building every hour. "I'll have to act on the idea that the thief is a boy or a girl," he decided. "It's a long chance, but the only one I have." He opened his eyes. The case called for plain, old-fashioned police legwork. Encyclopedia began on the ground floor. He asked the same question in every office. "Were any boys or girls here to see the doctor this morning?" The answer was the same in every office. No. Things looked hopeless, but on the top floor he finally got a lead. The nurse in room 301 told him a boy named Billy Haggerty had been there this morning to have a sprained wrist treated. Encyclopedia asked in the last two offices just to be sure. Neither doctor had treated children that morning. Billy Haggerty became suspect number one. Encyclopedia got Billy Haggerty's address from the nurse in room 301. He hurried back to Dr. Wilson's office to use the telephone. He called Sally. He told her to meet him in front of the Haggerty's house in half an hour. We may have some rough going ahead of us, he warned, but Billy Haggerty turned out to be only an inch taller than Encyclopedia and shorter than Sally. Billy drew himself up to his full height at Encyclopedia's first question. Were you in Dr. Vivian Wilson's office this morning? Nah, snapped Billy. I don't know any Dr. Wilson. You didn't ask anyone about Dr. Wilson? Put in Sally. I never heard of him before you spoke his name, said Billy. Then you went straight to your own doctor on the third floor? Said Encyclopedia. Yeah, Dr. Stanton in room 301. What's it to you? Dr. Wilson's office is down the hall from both the stairs and the elevator, said Encyclopedia thoughtfully. You wouldn't pass his office going up or coming down. I don't know where his office is, and I don't care, said Billy. It's none of your business where I was. We just want to be sure you weren't in Dr. Vivian Wilson's office this morning. That's all, said Sally. Well, I wasn't. I had a sprained wrist, not a toothache, so why would I go near his office? Demanded Billy. I don't like snoopers. What are you after? A pair of roller skates, said Encyclopedia. Do you mind returning them? You've given yourself away. Already, just like that? Encyclopedia figured it out and knew that he had them. So what gave Billy away? Was it just because he was a kid? Or did he say something when he was talking with Encyclopedia and Sally that gave himself away? Think about it for a few seconds. Here we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So, did you figure it out? Did you put any pieces together? Did you share it with a friend, a neighbor, a cat, a dog, an elephant, a snake, a giraffe, whatever you have nearby, an imaginary friend? Did you share it? Did you figure it out? How did we know? How did Encyclopedia know that it must have been Billy Haggerty? I think some people might have figured it out based on a text message I just got. Hopefully you did at home too. Here we go. So here's our solution. Let's see if you got it. Our solution to the case of the missing roller skates. Billy Haggerty said that he had never heard of Dr. Vivian Wilson and that he didn't know where his office was. But he knew too much about him. He knew that Dr. Vivian was, first of all, a man, not a woman, because he said he, not she. He used the pronoun, as you would call it, of he. And two, he knew that he was a dentist, not a doctor. If you go back and remember that part, he said, why would I go there? I didn't have a toothache. He knew that he was a dentist. So when he was tripped by his fibs, Billy returned the roller skates to Sally. So he just knew too much. There's no way that he actually never heard of Dr. Vivian Wilson before. So did you figure it out? Did you put the pieces together? Did you analyze that conversation that they had? I hope so. If so, you have a super smart brain and it is working today. So keep working it. Awesome. Tomorrow we will be back with our last case in this book, which is the case of the champion egg spinner. A champion egg spinner. Ooh, maybe you should go practice spinning some eggs today. What do you think? I don't think I'd be very good at it at all. So I don't know. See if you can spin any eggs. Get them spinning for an hour straight. What do you think? That's your challenge. See if you can do it. All right, guys. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. And we will be back tomorrow with our next case. Goodbye.